it will be more of the experience that Rishi Sunak brings along with himself to rescue the kind of doldrums that the UK economy is experiencing. Having said that, let's now talk about what the opposition has had to say in India. The argument also being presented by a lot of BJP supporters is that can we start in terms of diversity, can we start from the state level? Let's talk about appointing CMs in non-Hindu states who are Hindu CMs, especially when it comes to Mehbooba Mufti of the PDP. The question being posed to her is, would she like to see a Hindu chief minister in Jammu and Kashmir?
No, you see, in our constitution, we have this motto of unity in diversity, but in practice, we don't follow it. At least the current BJP regime does not follow it. Look at the background of Rishi Sunak and what we have to learn from Britain. And,
Tausif, I'm sorry to interject you there. I'd like to actually counter that statement of yours. I'd like to ask you, why would you say that for the BJP government, knowing that this is the government which has had an Abdul Kalam as a president? We've had Draupadi Murmu, who also, let me tell you, is a minority, if not a religious minority. She does belong to a minority community in the country. Should it not be on the basis of merit rather than just caste, creed or religion?
Good that you brought that up. In fact, I was going to talk about it. You see, the post of president is a decorative post. You and I know it very well. The one who takes the decision in our country is the post of prime minister. And the post of prime minister has not gone to any minority except when Manmohan Singh was there in the recent past that I can think of. Now, we know that the current BJP regime talks about one religion and one nation, but that is exactly against the motto of unity and diversity. Look at Rishi Sunak. His grandparents were from Gujranwala, Pakistan. His parents were from Nairobi, Kenya. And he himself was born in UK, Southampton.
Absolutely.
He has been accepted. There is no propaganda against him that he's not in London. We see a Muslim mayor, we see a Christian king, and a Hindu prime minister.
I'm sure it's not been a bed of roses for Rishi Sunak either. When we go onto Twitter, we see the kind of reactions that they've been getting from Britishers as well. So let's not get into how easy has it been. No, it's not been easy. Let me tell you, I also cover foreign policy. It's not been easy for Rishi Sunak either to counter the racism that has accompanied not just the within the people of Britain, but within the Conservative Party as well. Having said that, Tausif, let's also talk about India now. Do you not think so that the lack of a Muslim prime minister is more to do with perhaps not having a competent candidate so far than just make it about not having a Muslim?
That's the biggest insult, mind you.
No, it's not an insult.
The biggest insult to say that there is not a competent Muslim person to become the prime minister is the biggest insult that you can do in the Indian media
which
today.
Muslim prime ministerial candidate?
I object to that. I object to that.
Let's have a rebuttal come from Tushar. Tushar, please come in.
No, listen, Akanksha. Every time this minority card is played somewhere in the West.
Tausif, listen to what Tushar also has to say. No, don't take it personally, Tausif. We are talking. This is also a country.
You just said Tausif, that there is not a competent Muslim leader to become the prime minister.
Perhaps we've not had as a candidate. Why have we not had? This is a country which has had Muslim presidents, 3 Muslim presidents. We've had a Muslim vice. No. Don't disrespect the highest constitutional post by calling it a decorative post. Are you saying that those Muslim presidents...
that it is a decorative post. All the decisions have to be made by the prime minister.
Tausif, are you saying that those Muslim presidents have been decorational presidents? Is that what you are saying? Now that is what I call an insult to those Muslim presidents.
It is the constitutional scheme. The scheme of the Constitution of India says...
So you're saying that those Muslim presidents have been decorational. I do not have time for such jargon, Tausif. Let's talk about... Let's get into a civil debate and let's talk about facts on our fingers. Tushar, I'd like you to come with a rebuttal.
You know, this question came out during when Kamala Harris was elected to the office of the vice president as well. That, oh, can we ever have a Muslim as a prime minister? Why does no one ever ask, Akanksha, can we have a Jain as a prime minister? Can we have a Buddhist as a prime minister? Can we have a Sikh as a prime minister again? Can we have a Christian as a prime minister? Why is this entire minority card reserved for one community alone? And honestly, Akanksha, what does the Congress want today? That Narendra Modi should resign, ask some Muslim to take over the post of the prime minister because Rishi Sunak has been elected as the prime minister in United Kingdom? I really don't know what the logic is. And coming to the question, can a Muslim become the prime minister of India? Absolutely. He or she can become the Prime Minister of India. They're free to get 272 seats in the Lok Sabha. Congress perhaps should make an example. Do not have Rahul Gandhi as the prime ministerial candidate in 24. Have a Muslim candidate. Samajwadi Party can do that. Mamata Banerjee can do that. Owaisi can do that. Who's stopping them? The constitution doesn't stop them from electing a Muslim prime minister. The election commission is not stopping them. The BJP is not stopping them. So by all means, elect a Muslim candidate to represent your party in 2024 and we'll see where it goes from there. At the end of the day, it's all about who the people vote for. The prime ministerial post is not a post that is someone is nominated for. People vote for it. So at the end of the day, if people are voting for that competent person, he or she will make it to the office of the prime minister, be it a Muslim, be it a Jain or a Hindu at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
I don't really see where this
is the same country where we've had a Sikh prime minister hold 2 consecutive terms.
I already mentioned.
Yes, you have mentioned that, but
it is beating around the bush. Let us talk about the political scenario. In UK, we saw that the outgoing Prime Minister Liz Truss was held publicly responsible for her wrong policy. She was forced to resign. Now compare that with India. In India, we had the demonetization where lots of people were killed. We had the Khichdi GST given by the BJP.
But Tausif, you do realize that it was only after Liz Truss made a fool out of herself as a prime minister was... Tausif, the first argument over...
When oppositions in India raised their voice against the farm laws, where we saw 1,000 protesters lost their life, then the government unleashed ED and CBI. ED and CBI started raiding the opposition leaders. This is how this is the ground reality in India. We compare it with the politics of British.
As far as ED and CBI are concerned, how is ED and CBI being used to prove your argument when it... All right, misused, but to prove your argument that there's, as far as the lack of a Muslim prime minister is concerned, how is ED and CBI related with that argument? Because as far as I know, the central agencies are behind people for corruption, and that too people from all caste and creed, from various opposition parties as well.
You see, every now and then, the BJP ministers, union ministers, and in fact these statements are repeated on TV channels such as yourself, where they are saying Muslims should go to Pakistan. So how are you going to accept the leadership of Muslims?
Has your Prime Minister ever said that? Has your Prime Minister or the President of the country ever endorsed such a view that Muslims should go to Pakistan?
They have not. They have not taken action.
I think you missed the conversation I had with my political editor, Maria Shakil, just minutes ago, when Maria was telling us each and every, post and position from the judiciary to the politics of the country. We've had various Muslim political and judicial leaders be representatives in the highest parts of the country's politics, and not just the politics, but even the judiciary of the nation. How can you make such a statement, Tausif?
75 years of independence, and you just said on the channel that perhaps there is no competent Muslim leader who can become the Prime Minister. This is what is called normalizing
my statement. No, we've not had a Muslim candidate, perhaps. If we have one, I'm sure the nation would be electing them. We've had a Sikh Prime Minister. Are you saying that the Sikh Prime Minister is different from having a Muslim Prime Minister?
Your understanding of parliamentary election scheme of our country has to be corrected. Nation does not elect a Prime Minister. Nation elects members of Parliament.
Right. And so are you saying...
Then the party...
We vote for the candidate.